angry guy here, and attractive young women are rapidly ending up homeless and alone as passport bros leave. Attractive young women are rapidly ending up homeless and alone as passport bros leave. Guys, let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
What do you think about? What goes through your mind?
Oh, Jesus. So,
When you're alone, what do you think about? What goes through your mind?
oh, Jesus. So many things. Like, like cereal.
Cereal.
Yeah, I love cereal a lot.
Me too. What's your favorite cereal?
I like crushing up cookies and putting milk on that shit and calling that cereal. That's what I like.
Okay.
Like I think about music a lot. Shit I have to do. I guess drugs, sex, music, shit everybody.
Drugs, sex, music, cereal, well, everything. Wow. Met this lady. I was actually getting off from work, my day job, and asked her did she want to do an interview, and she said, yeah, of course. So let's get to it. Straight to the interview. Excuse me, miss, what is your name?
I'm Trinity.
Trinity?
Yeah.
Oh, this interview's starting off good already. I like your name. All right. Is that your real name or your nickname?
Yeah, that's biological.
Your biological name? Okay, Trinity. Trinity has a meaning to it. Do you know the meaning?
I'm named after the Bible. Really.
Right, it comes from the Bible. Do you know what it means?
The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Right. Okay.
It's definitely brought me a lot of luck and blessing.
Well, the name brought you a lot of blessings?
I feel like it does, yeah.
Okay. And how did the name bring you a lot of blessings?
I don't know. I think like names curse people in a way.
You feel like names curse people?
Yeah, like people with like similar names or the same name.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like, I don't know, sometimes they act the same, I feel like.
Right. I love it. I love that name. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Arkansas.
Arkansas? Okay, and what brings you down to New Orleans? How did you get here?
The first time or this time?
Oh, Lord. Take me from the first time and this time.
Well, the first time I ever came here, I was about to turn 18. I'd been traveling the country for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And like my friends loaded me up in a car and brought me here. And I was like, I don't know, I got out of the car, like tasted of acid, and like saw some of the most beautiful music I'd ever seen in my life, and like experienced like people from a lot of different walks of life. And like I'd been traveling a lot at that point in my life, and to meet so many different people in one place was really beautiful to me.
Okay.
This past time, I got here by freight and hitchhiking.
So you hitchhiked all the way here?
I never rode trains, like freight trains.
Freight trains?
Yeah, but I've been here for a year.
Okay.
I lived here before a couple of years ago, but yeah.
Okay, well, so what is it about this city? Because this city just seems just to suck people in a good way. And sometimes in a bad way too. So what is it about this city that just draws you in to make you want to come back?
It's the pretty much closest thing I've ever had to a home, really.
Oh, really?
It's like...
Okay. So you you like the culture and the tradition of the city? It's a very unique city.
It's a very like beautiful place. Like beauty is dangerous and unforgiving and forgiving at the same time,
Right.
Like,
okay, so tell me, where you say you're from Arkansas? Where is your family?
they're in Arkansas.
They're in Arkansas?
Yeah.
They know you down here in New Orleans?
Yeah.
By yourself? Well, let me get straight into this, man. I'll cut no corners, and my viewers know this. Let me just ask you straight off the bat. What's your current living status? What's your living situation?
Um,
Are you homeless?
well, I mean, I live in a squat, which is like an unused house.
A what?
An
Come on, you got to educate. What is a squad?
Unoccupied house.
An unoccupied house. So it's like a
So, guys, this is the current living situation for a lot of young, attractive women in America right now. Attractive young women are rapidly ending up homeless and alone as password bros are leaving. The economy is not great in the United States. There's something absolutely wrong with this economy. You know, when we talk about inflation, we have record high inflation. And because inflation has basically leveled off, they're calling it progress. This is absolutely unbelievable. And things are only going to continue getting worse from here before they get better. And I don't see them getting better anytime soon. And economists actually predicted, based on the way that we're seeing the economy and the way companies are operating right now, they're going to see record profits in Wall Street, but it's going to result in everything costing twice as much in the coming years. And this is already, while things are pretty much unaffordable right now. They have a thing called tipflation, and Americans are absolutely beyond just overwhelmed with tipping, because everywhere they go, you get a cup of coffee. They turn around the screen and they want you to leave a tip. You buy a donut, yup, they want a tip. You order food. I mean, guys, I ordered some stuff yesterday. I ordered some groceries. My the cost of my groceries came out to almost seven. The cost of the delivery for my groceries came out to almost $7. I tipped 5% of the bill, right? Which worked out to about almost $7 plus the $10 that I was paying for service fees. So I was spending almost $17 for delivery. $17. So that's roughly 15%. It's right around 15% of my around 15% of the cost of my food, right? Of my stuff. And the person who delivered it was upset. They were upset because I had already given them a tip in the app, but they were also they're getting paid a service fee. I gave them almost a $7 tip, which was through the app, which was 5%. All right. So I'm paying literally around 15%, of my from my groceries, and they're getting angry that I didn't put more cash in their hands. And I'm thinking to myself, it's frightening how disgruntled these people can become. Like, they expect a tip, and I'm like, bro, do you know how hard I work for my money? Like, what makes you think that you even deserve a tip in the first place? And then I'm seeing more and more women, like, when I order out right now, if I order Uber or DoorDash or use Instacart, I'm most of the people that are showing up now delivering my groceries suddenly, or my order, they're women, and young women. And it's unbelievable. So many of them. And before, what used to happen was, you'd see, like, it would say that it's a woman, but then it was the man that would come and deliver the groceries or deliver my order. Now it's an actual woman. Like, they're actually, like, tons and tons of women are now doing these jobs, right? And you have to understand that this is how difficult times are right now. Okay, you've got people saying that, these women going, you're a broke boy making $100,000 a year, and it's just absolutely sad. And then there's some of you guys that you make over $100,000, that you make 100 or over, or even 80, and some of you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. Okay, and you're living good lives, because I hear from you guys, and so many of you are hermits now. You've gone straight up hermit, where you've disengaged, where you don't want to have anything to do with men, women, society. You're completely done with it, and you're just walking away from everything. And you have money, quite a bit of money stored up, and a woman will just look at you and say, "You're a broke boy." What? Are you crazy? Like, you don't have enough money to give me the life that I want. You have a man who can put you in a nice house. You have a man who can clothe you. He can basically allow you to eat really well. Okay? But they'll call you a broke boy because their expectations, they don't want to eat Uber. A lot of them can't even afford to order from Uber every day. They can't afford it because they don't make enough. All right? A lot of them are committing frauds on the app, claiming their meal never arrived, and or claiming that something was like the entire order was missing. You need to watch this stuff online. All right, a lot of them are out here committing fraud, PPP. A lot of y'all talk to me about it in the comments too. PPP loan fraud, and hasn't caught up to them yet. A lot of them are out here committing fraud, food stamps fraud, financial fraud, okay, banking fraud, retail fraud. And when they get caught, they're claiming to be victims and crying and breaking down in court because they literally cannot deal with being held accountable for what they've done. I'm telling y'all, it's hard out there. It's hard. And I don't celebrate any of this. This is an attractive young woman, and this is a look at the lifestyle that she's living. She's sitting outside on the sidewalk, and she's only 24 years old. All these women that are claiming that they're going to get their soft girl life, everything they own is practically on credit. Or some of them, you look in the rooms where they are, and they don't have nothing. They have literally nothing. They own next to nothing. And they believe that they're going to manifest a wealthy man, not a broke boy, not some guy making $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 a year. No, they're gonna manifest a millionaire, and a millionaire of $1 million is not. That just may mean he has potential. All right, if you're only making $1 million when you meet them, okay, you have potential. You have potential, all right? So in other words, they'll look at you like a plan C guy, and they expect you to step your game up so that you can be the plan B guy that they want you to be. Because they don't want to order from Uber. They want to order like the wealthy, like the rich do. They want to order from 5-star restaurants and have that delivered. There are women complaining, saying that these broke boys are terrible because they don't want to spend $300 to take them out on a date and pay for a meal. They don't want to spend $300 on a meal. Let me correct myself, not on a date, on a meal. Men don't want to spend $300 on a meal. $300 on a meal, brothers. $300 on a meal. What world do we live in today? What level of insanity is this? And they're like, I'm worth it. I told you, there are so many young women today. Women cannot go backwards. You have a young woman like this, and they can't go backwards. All right? Because a lot of them have been in relationships with NBA players and athletes, and they've had the good life, and they've had more than they've deserved. They've lived lives that they did not earn, but they believe that this is the life that they deserve. So now when everything is gone and they have nothing and they are homeless, they don't want a guy making 50, 60, or even 100. No, they want to go back to the life that they were living, and not just that life, but they want better now. Because not only do they believe that they only deserve to date athletes and musicians, guys who are very wealthy and have influence and fame? Oh no, they believe they deserve to date someone even better than the previous guy, because women are always comparing you to the last guy. So she has to do better. You have to be at least as good as he was, but she wants better. And there are many women who will settle for nothing whatsoever because they believe that they deserve better. And if they do settle, you are nothing more than a comma for them. You are only with them because they are desperate. You are never even an option. That's the real truth. They are just with you at that moment, so that they can get back on their feet as quickly as possible and move on to the next one. And you can have a woman who is in this state who still believes that she is better than you and that she deserves better than you because she is a woman and you are a man. And it is your job to provide and to live up to her expectations, her demands, her wills, her wants, her needs, her everything. And the reason why modern women are like this today is because they've lost touch with the family, they've lost touch with the community, they've lost touch with God, and not the God that's telling them they deserve a guy who's 6'3", makes $2-3 million a year, and is going to make more than that, because that's just a start. All right, and he is an athlete and he's influential. Yeah, no, 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 no. They have lost touch with God. God literally said that it would be motherhood that would save woman, because it would fill that emptiness with inside of her. And because women no longer have families, they no longer have children, they no longer have that emptiness within them. They're using consumerism to fill it, and they want more and more and more because it gets them attention from the orbiters. And those guys don't actually care about them. It's just lust. Those guys are just filled with lust and desire and desperation. And these women confuse that with love. They confuse it with love and admiration. All right? And then when it starts to go, and trust me, it does, nothing lasts forever. At 65 years old, 70 years old, they still believe that they're young women because physically they've aged, but mentally they're still the exact same as they were many decades ago. Because time has literally left them behind. They've been doing the same thing for 40, 50, sometimes even 60 years. It's crazy to say it like that. So mentally, they're still children. They're still juveniles. They're still in their 20s. They're still 18. They have not matured at all. The difference between a child and an adult, people don't understand this. We are still children. You're still the person. The person you were when you were 13. That human being is still there. The difference is that you are now taking responsibility for yourself, responsibility and accountability. This is the difference between a child and an adult. An adult has to take responsibility and accountability for himself and herself. And most modern women are not able to do that. That's why you can't call them adults. Guys, I want to know your thoughts on this. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying this content, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube you're enjoying the content and you want to see more of it, so they'll show you more. But guys, this is the world we're living in right now. So many young women, they don't even have a place to live, and more of them are ending up on the streets. And if you're single and childless, it's hard. There are women's shelters, and there's family. But a lot of families today, the family has been destroyed. There was I don't know if it was a radio station or a broadcast that used to come on the radio years ago called "Focus on the Family." Okay, because the family has been the foundation of society. And once you dissolve the family, you end up with nothing but chaos within society. You end up with a divided society. And in a divided society, there's the opportunity to make money. That's the reason why. A peaceful society where everyone's getting along and everything's going well, all right? It makes it much more difficult to profit. But in a society where everyone's separated and divided, now you have a lot more consumers, because they're not sharing resources, they're not being responsible, they're miserable. So now, instead of saving money and focusing on the people around you, you're spending money and focusing on filling the void inside of you. Attractive young women are rapidly ending up homeless and alone as passive bros leave. I want to know if you agree that this trend is only going to accelerate more in the coming years. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.